I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now here's Johnson. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They'll run here with Ballage. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Hitchens. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Got four down. Ace!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, 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 left. Z.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Left, ace.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. And again, it's Mahomes. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Toss play to Balaj. Fights him off. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. And they'll go on the ground. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Big Ed, Big Ed, Big Ed. 45, 45.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
3 down, 3 down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mahomes now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Black 58, real. Black 58.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So now here come the Dolphins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points get them. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They run it with Balaj. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll set up to throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the 1st half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, guys, I got 15 spots.
Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Slow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
4 down.
Now Mahomes out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out come the Dolphins now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Strong right. All right, here we go. Green.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Slow. Left. Hunt. Left.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. Mahomes, the first-year starter, moving the Chiefs right down the field. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Conley's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Mahomes again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Left.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run again with Ware. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. That's going to set him back 5. Yards.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
Throwing now is Mahomes. On the right side, caught by Green. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. The first throw for the backup Foles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Back now in Miami, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. It's brought in by Harris. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week. But maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Ready! Green 90! Green 90! Check back, check back!
On 1st down, Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Ace! Watch out.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll hand it off now. Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Tight ends on the loosey.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looks pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
4 down.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Balaj. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, "Don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo." And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Mahomes now to throw. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Balaj. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Balaj. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, here we go. Hey. 4 down.
And they take a knee. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for Kansas City, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.